Hey guys, Mateo here, I'm Guildmaster Pathogen Gaming, and this is an Archdemon Mercedes Hull Trials run. I apologize, I actually forgot to start the video. I was like, oh man, I'm talking to nobody. Okay, so first things first, Rangers get plus 30% attack, plus 20% defense, plus 20% HP. And the debuff you need to apply, if you can't tell from the silk in my party, is speed debuff to get the plus 50% damage this week. Fire units get absolutely destroyed in here. They take 50% more damage, and she does a lot of AoE. And when the AoE starts, if your fire unit is not like 20k HP, 1.5k defense, she's going to absolutely destroy you. I'm using Charles as my attack buff. If you notice, I didn't apply it until she's already broken here. It's because when they hit you, they steal your buffs. So if you're wondering, like, man, Archdemon Mercedes must stun and hit chance debuff like in 10-10, right? And you're right, she does. It's just that she's going to steal your immunity buff, so it doesn't matter. It's going to apply. Hey, you can't stop it.
Now, bring it on. Do I have to? I'll punish you. Now, here I go.
Watch carefully.
I'll accept your doom. Here I go. Yahoo! Preparation complete.
I'm going to end this with the barrier because she is going to AoE coming out of this, and RNG is not kind to you. You got to be careful. Don't go for max points. Go for the consistency. If that stun would have landed on Guide or Aether without the barrier up, that would have been bad news for me. So be careful. Play to win. This can still be a triple S run. It's going to be a little bit less likely since I skipped out on about 100, 200k damage. But we'll see how it goes.
It's too late to back.
Please don't take my buffs. I need those.
Just this once, all right? I'll punish you. Let's fight together.
If you're looking at my artifacts, I'm using Infinity Basket and Rosa Hargana today. This is basically the Silk and Bologna show back there. They're going to be high-fiving each other. Please take this away. Thank you. so that can go up. Oh, no, didn't happen. That would have been great though. That would have looked really cool. So I am actually going to, because the ads are going to go next. This ad is going to go next. I actually am going to, I don't know. The defense break makes me a little wary here. I'm going to go ahead and put the barrier up.
I'll blow you away if you're not careful. Zephyr. Now.
Stole the barrier. I'm okay with it stealing the barrier.
I thought this could be fun.
I'm not okay with it stealing the healing buff.
It's time to draw my sword.
It's time for him to draw his sword. Please attack debuff her. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Didn't even break the barrier. That was clutch. This is clutch right here.
I'm all ready.
This isn't Pathogen Gaming. This is Clutch Gaming in the chat. Alright, now we're going to put the healing debuff up. We want to be topped off for this ult coming up here. Everybody's at full health.
Accept your duel.
Charles, unfortunately, because of how slow he is going to... I don't know what I want to do. I do know what I want to do here, because I don't want this thing to cleanse these off here. Actually, I want to hit this one. I want to hit this one because this one's going to give her attack buff and defense buff going into her ultimate. So I want to make this guy go dizzy. See, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with cleansing, but I'm not okay with her having attack buff going into this ult. See, that would have been bad news. Attack buff there would have killed Charles. Good call, Mateo. Good call. And that was a resist. I didn't get the immunity off, so that's pretty bad.
Watch carefully.
I'm gonna try again.
Correct your posture.
That's right. No slouching. Correct your posture.
In Sylvana's name.
There's a speed debuff.
This once. All right, what should we do? Run before it's too late. Let's go. I'm right here. Ah.
Please don't kill Silk. Silk didn't do nothing.
Do I have to?
I am gonna put the barrier back up because I'm a little baby. I'm scared little baby.
I'm all ready. Let's fight together.
I'll show you how it's done.
Alright, attack buff time.
Time has come.
If we end this with 3 million points, it'll be pretty good. Yeah, 2.6 million is where you need to get to. You want the triple S. Because you'll get 1 million when you kill her.
Preparation complete. Here.
I'll help.
I'll blow you away if you're not careful. Shall we?
So this is officially a triple S if I don't die. Although that's not looking too hot right now.
Show you what I've got. More. I'm coming. Do I have to?
So I'm actually going to heal now.
Let's try again. I'm all.
That was a big heal. Oh boy, that was a big heal.
I'll accept your duel. Will you help? Let me help you.
And so this is 3.78 million. I'm going to put the barrier back up because she's getting ready to pop out. So this is triple S, guys. So this is already triple S. It's 3.9 million points. And this is the team I used. This is Charles. He actually has Midnight Bloom on, so my team has 100% crit. I have, what's that artifact called? I actually forgot what the name of the artifact is called. But it gives Aether extra turns, or extra cooldown. So he can always cycle his heals. There's only one time where it got kind of sketchy there before the second break. And so I was kind of worried there because it didn't have it up. That's why I was a baby and I put the barrier up, even though I was like 99% safe. I don't want the 1% RNG to happen while I'm sitting here commentating the run. Bologna and Silk have Rosa Hargana and Infinity Basket on. Doesn't really matter which one is wearing which. But they're basically high-fiving and tag-teaming each other. Or tag teaming the boss. Sorry about that. Tag teaming the boss during the weekend phase. I realize that for my runs to be super clean like this, the Rosa Hargana, the Infinity Basket, the Elbrus, the extra turns, units like Charles, units like Bologna are give you a much higher point ceiling than running Daydream Joker. I did get a triple S with running Daydream Joker, but it's so much cleaner running the Rosa Hargana, running the Infinity Basket with your Rangers, because the extra turns or the extra attacks, the dual attacks in the weekend phase give you so many more points. And then Charles getting the S1, S2 procs. He actually didn't get any during the weekend phase in this run, or we'd probably be at like 5 million points right now already. So this is a great formula for getting your triple S for the week. So here's a couple of things, guys. Let's say you don't have Charles. Okay, you can use Dizzy. All right, well, I don't have Dizzy. Okay, well, who else do you have that dispels, right? Because that's primarily what I was using Charles for. As you notice, I was using the S2, getting the S1, S2 procs to get the immunity buff off of Mercedes, so she can't like destroy me with her ult. Because as you see, if she triggers a random dual attack with an ally. If the caster is granted 2 or more buffs, it activates Light of Judgment. It deals damage based on max HP, and so this one is another AoE. It hits 2 people. It dispels your 2 buffs. It blinds you, gives you hit chance down, and that can actually proc with her ult. So she can ult you, and if she ults you with 2 buffs on, she's going to trigger these. She's going to punishment and then light of judgment. So she's going to get 3 hits in a row plus the dual attack from one of the goons up front. So you don't want her to be protected by immunity. You have to dispel that immunity off there. So if you have Kitty Clarissa or if you have Tamarin, even though she's fire, if that's all you got to work with, then go for it, guys. You know, like I say, you know, it's not about perfection here. It's about doing something that works for you and something that's pretty consistent. Every one of us in the entire game has Silk. Don't lie to me. You have Silk. Unless you fed her, or for whatever reason, into something else. Or she's still sitting at your connection table. Everybody in the game has the opportunity to have Silk. Silk is my MVP. She actually is not my MVP because she didn't have Rosa Hargana. If she had Hargana on, she would be my MVP. But it primarily, she's there to apply the speed debuff. She speeds you up. Mercedes is susceptible to CR push. So her S1, Silk's S1 will actually push her back so she doesn't get as many turns. And as you can see, this is what happens if she has more than one buff. We're defense broken and we're super low. So that's what happens. And see, she's going to get the extra turn here. She's just nuking everybody. So I'm actually glad this happened. I'm already at a triple S, so I really don't care if I finish the run or not. So I'm glad we're able to show you that. So now imagine if we were fire units and we were taking 50% more damage. Like that's the end of the run. Like my units have good HP, guys. Like Bologna sitting there at 14k, Charles sitting there at like 13k. You know, so we're not super tanky. You don't have any 20k units, but that we were pretty tanky, and that's like full wiped us. So if you're running fire units, they really need to be tanks. They really absolutely need to be tanks if that happens. If you get the bad RNG and she has the extra buffs on, so you know you get your dispeller. You know, so maybe you're going to use Dingo, right, or as a cleanser, but you need somebody that can dispel Mercedes before her ult, or you're going to get that happen. And then of course you need a healer. I use Guider Aether, but you can use Diane, Angelica, Angelic, Montmorency. We all have Montmorency. You can use any healer that you want. Montmorency also gives you immunity temporarily because I know, like I say, it's going to get stolen. But she also provides the cleanse, and so if you see there, whoever's wearing the Rosa Hargana is getting the MVP because that's the person that's getting all the dual attacks. So if I were to swap it and put her on Infinity Basket and give Silk Rosa, it will look the opposite. But that's the way it is, and I use Guider Aether because Guider Aether is basically another DPS, even though he's also the healer. There's a lot of that's a lot of damage, guys. So if you don't have, like I said, if you don't have Guider Aether, you can use any healer you want in the game. There's nothing outstanding about your healers that you need to make the run work. Okay. Everybody in the game has Silk. If you don't have Silk, you need to go over here, click this connection table, and make it happen. Silk gives you the debuff. She's a ranger, so she's going to get the plus 30% damage. Just all around great unit. She's going to CR push Archdemon Mercedes so she doesn't get as many turns. You know, giving her Rosa so she gets extra dual attacks was also going to push Mercedes even more. So you're going to just keep her locked down. Seaside Bologna is also a great unit, but if you don't have Seaside Bologna, regular Bologna, Shuri, Watcher Shuri, just any ranger, basically any ranger. This is Ranger Week. Make it happen. Like I said, if you don't have Charles, there are a lot of units that can dispel any mage with Isle of Violin. My last Triple S run, instead of Charles, I put the exclusive equipment on Aether that gave the attack buff, and I used Dizzy for dispels with Isle of Violin. So if you have Isle of Violin, any mage can work. If you don't have Isle of Violin, then any other unit besides Charles that applies that can dispel. It just needs to be dispel one buff because you need to be able to dispel that immunity off of Mercedes so you can deal with the rest of it. Because if I'm able to dispel Mercedes, then I can get the unable to be buffed debuff up on her from Bologna, and then I don't even have to worry about dispelling the other buffs. So that's it, guys. I will show you the gear. My Bologna, I did change my Bologna's gear around, so I will show you that because it's not the gear I run her with on defense and PvP. So sorry, guys, if you were looking for some insider tips on how to beat me up even more. Sorry. This is not actually the gear I run her with in PvP. This is I'm not even going to tell you what I changed to make it different. And this is Guider Aether. I was running Whispered Faith that gave Spirit's Protection, that gives a barrier to all allies. It scales off of his attack, guys, so I just gear him like a DPS. As you can see there, during that weakened phase, I did a healed everybody for like 9 to 10k. So you just gear Aether. If you want to copy this, you just gear Aether like a DPS, like straight DPS, straight critical hit chance, critical hit damage and attack, and he's going to be an amazing healer. And his Etika Scepter, I should probably max it out. It's been at level 10 forever, but I'm running Etika Scepter on him. It's just amazing, fantastically amazing healer. This is my Silk. This is budget gear Silk, guys. This is it's not budget gear obviously because it's Hell Raid Season 2 PvP gear, stuff like that. My +5 Infinity Basket. Let's go, level 2. So this this is my budget Silk, guys. 2.6k attack. Massive attack numbers here. She has 100% crit, and I did mold her up to get the 100% chance on her decreased speed for her S3. So we can always have the speed debuff on Mercedes, and I did put a couple of points into her S1, S2. Because we have a million Molus now, but I have no Catalyst left. I'm sure everybody's in that position now. Now you have Molus, but you don't have Catalyst. So this is my budget Silk. This is a really bad number, by the way. I'm pretty sure some of my characters actually using PvP that are tanks have more than 2.6k attack. I'm not going to spoil that. So you could do much better than this. She's also level 50 because I haven't used her since the game came out. Haven't used her in a year. It's been 12 months, exactly 12 months since I've used Silk. And Charles, again, this is not what I run him with in PvP, so I don't care if you see this. Obviously, I'm not running Midnight Bloom on Charles, and I'm not going to tell you. But so this is what Charles is running, and he's basically just there to do the S2. I do have the exclusive equipment on him where he gets 10% extra chance to proc his S2 off his S1. He is molded up all the way up. So there you have it. That's the gear. That was the team. That was the run. Easy 4 million points before, without even needing to kill Mercedes. So there you have it, guys. That's the formula for this week. Just to recap, that formula is Dispel Mercedes, speed debuff on Mercedes, attack buff, obviously, brought that with Charles, attack buff, and then as much damage as you can. I use Rosa Hargana and Infinity Basket. If you don't have those things, Daydream Joker is a good consolation prize. Portrait of the Saviors, Tonfa, anything that just increases the damage of your damage dealers. Easy way to capitalize on the buff this week. Make sure your damage dealers are Rangers, and get after it, guys. Get that triple S. As you see there, like I said, I wiped in the third phase, didn't even kill her. Easy triple S. Go ahead and get it. Until next time, guys. Peace.